Welcome to our forest. Today we're going to be spending a little bit of time in here. Baby and I are going to be talking about all the green that you see on this forest floor. So this green bush that you see around me, this is a barberry bush. And I guess a little history about the barberry bush. The early colonial settlers in New England, they brought over the common barberry to be used as dyes. They made jam out of it, and then they used it as like a hedgerow. And now modern times, at least previously, they were sold as ornamental bushes used in landscapes. So it is spring and the barberry bush is flowering. I'm not sure if you can see that tiny little flower there. The bees absolutely love the flowers. And so it has these long stems. It's considered a shrub. And along these stems there are thorns. And these thorns will pierce through any amount of clothing that you can possibly wear. This bush has a fluorescent yellow root. And if it's in the correct environment, it will completely take over a forest. And even if you cut it back, it just comes back with a vengeance. So how do you remove this bush from your landscape? There are a few methods that seem to be effective. So first you have to cut down all of the stalks. So you are left with the base of the plant. And then you have two options. So one option is you can dig up the roots and, remove the whole plant from the landscape. And the other option is to burn the stump as it is in the ground. Both methods have seemed to be effective. You can also use herbicide once you cut down the stalks and you just have the stump there. But I like the first two options better. So a little while ago, my mom came down and stayed down here for us, and she went to town on the barberry. She took her loppers and she cut down so many barberry bushes in this area. There's another pile, and there's a smaller pile in the back. So before, the area that I'm standing in right now looked like actually that. Looked like all that. But now it looks like this, and you can actually see the other plants that are growing in this area. They are starting to thrive. We have some skunk cabbage that is getting a lot more sun now, and it looks a lot bigger than it did previously. I am unsure of what this plant is, but it is thriving without the barberry. There's Jack in the pulpit, some trout lilies, and all those plants are now thriving because we have eradicated this invasive species in this area. And I'm so thankful for my mom. She did an amazing job, and the plants are loving it. I'm loving it. Baby loves it. And I'm hoping that as we get rid of the barberry, we'll have less ticks in the yard too, because ticks apparently really like the barberry plant. I'm also excited to see what kind of wildlife wants to walk through this area now that there's not a bunch of thorns in it. What do you think? Do you like all the plants? Yeah? Yeah. Look at this area, so beautiful. So as we have time, we're going to continue my mom's efforts and try to eradicate the barberry from our woods back here. And once again, thank you to my mom who did so much work out here. Thank you for joining us today. Have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye.